So we're live on YouTube, 3 p.m. UK time. I'm just going to hang here just now till more people join. So people are starting to join now. This is cool. Who are you? Let me know. Leave a wee message. Any questions and answers? Obviously, in fact, any questions, just get them down right now. Let me know who you are. Wait till more people join. Once people start joining and interact, asking some questions, saying hello, I'll find out who you are. Just a little thumbs up or even a hi, hello, comment, anything. Just let me know you're there. Can you hear me okay? That's another thing. Please put a comment in there saying yes, I can hear you, or no. Let me know. It's always weird, this, just a bit of a slow start. Terence F88, yes. Does that mean yes, you can hear? That's cool. Richard, how are you? Good to see you're here. A little wave. Nice. Like my suntan? Turkey tan? Yeah, so just back from a week in Turkey, family holiday, which was absolutely brilliant. I was in Belek. Hear you loud and clear, Terence. Thank you very much. That's the feedback I was after, because I don't know. I do not know. So in Belek for a week, which is the golfing mecca of Turkey. You'll be well aware of that, I'm sure. Did I play well? I never hit one golf ball. Never hit one golf ball. Jeff, how are you? You well? Never hit a golf ball. Went to the golfing mecca of Turkey and never hit a golf ball. What's that all about? Which was good though. It was just a break from golf altogether. Family holiday. Me, my wife and my son, and we just chilled out. And my son is 14 years old and he was all over all the fake gear. You can just imagine. He is now pimped. Jeff, fine silver, you are, I am what? What are you, Jeff? Are you fine? I hope so. Terence got your first eagle on a par 4. Well done. Give us more information. Did you drive the green, hole the putt? Did you top your drive and hole a 3-wood? Did you hole a wedge? Let me know. Put that in there. That's great. Anybody else, if you've got comments on how well you've played this week or something you've done for the first time in golf. I had a lesson today with a guy, David Aitchison. David had a lesson this morning. I've been coaching all morning today. And he had a hole-in-one. It wasn't his first hole-in-one, but we were discussing that. And I've only had one hole-in-one. That was his third one. But when you do something for the first time, it is amazing. Jeff, you're fine. That's perfect. So let's know, have you done something this week in golf for the first time? Rory McIlroy, he's won a green jacket for the first time. We'll talk about that. In fact, will we just get into that now? Should we just jump straight in there and talk about Rory and the Masters? Dennis, how are you? Hello from CT in the US. CT, what will that be? Where is that? Connecticut? I don't know. I enjoy your instructions. Excellent, Dennis. Thank you very much. I enjoy you following me. That is cool. That is cool. How's life in the US? Is all calmed down since Rory's win? Shall we talk about Rory's win? Shall we talk about Rory's win? We should talk about Rory's win. I had a list of stuff to talk about today, and it's in my diary, which is at home, which is really cool. So I'm just trying to write down here what I was going to remember to talk about. There was something else, but it's gone. I'll write that there. Okay, so Ian Cochran, Masters was brilliant, big man. It was Ian. It was absolutely sound. I mean, let's go for it. Let's talk Rory. People keep writing in the first thing you've done. Terence, your first eagle on a par 4. I need more information on that, please. Rory McIlroy, So I was in Turkey for the week. I never saw one live shot of the Masters. It's embarrassing, I'm of an age, whatever age that may be. Type in what you think my age is. And I've watched it since I was a boy. I've watched every shot, like every single shot of the Masters, and it's been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And this year we're on the family holiday in Turkey, and I'm like, oh my God, this has happened on the Masters week. Jesus God. How am I going to watch the Masters? So I'm thinking it's fine. I've got Sky Go on my phone. Use Sky Go. It doesn't work in the EU now, in Europe, because we are no longer a part of that in the UK. So Sky Go UK does not work. So I couldn't stream it there. I tried every site legally. I tried every site illegally. Not scared to admit it. Not ashamed of that at all. I wanted to watch the golf. Could not get it. Turkish television was all football daft. Got no master stuff. And I'm in Belek, the capital of golf in Turkey. But just the way it worked out, we didn't really have access to the golf courses, so I couldn't really just swan in and use the television and watch the golf. It just didn't work out like that. So I never saw one live shot of the Masters. What an absolute useless golf fan, eh? Jeff, you parred the #1 hardest hole in the course, 5 wood, rolled onto the green, 2 putts, boom. Jeff, you're a man. Well done. Good feeling, eh? So McIlroy, so he wins it, right? The wedge shot on 13, because I've obviously caught up with it all now. Obviously, I've watched it to the death. His wedge shot on 13 was interesting. What do you think of that? Let me know what you think. Ian Bigman, he said he showed a relaxed maturity. He nearly messed up again. Rosie was playing amazing, 10 birdies that shot on 18. Absolutely, Justin Rose, 2 playoffs he's been in now. Incredible, absolutely incredible. And right enough, 10 birdies in the final round to birdie the last to get 11 under. And Rory goes and bogeys it. He must have been thinking he's in, this is his turn. I'd have taken either winner. I'd have edged Rory. I just think the relief from the guy, just 11 years of tension just off his shoulders, and it completely showed on that last green. Amazing, absolutely amazing. And I think he said as well that every year he goes in there, there's more and more pressure. There's more and more. It's all about him. It's all about him. You know, the Masters, all they talk about. And his press conference was great, coming out saying what we're going to talk about next year. Absolutely, Rory's like, go and talk about something else now. And in his press conference, he also said he's now playing with house money, which I think suggests that he is now. He's just going to go and roll out some golf. There's no pressure on anything. Absolutely anything he does in golf now. He's got all 4 majors, plus some extras. He's done Ryder Cup. He's not won Olympic gold. Is that big a deal? Probably is if you're a part of it and I don't know, you wear the tracksuit. Brilliant. But is that big a deal? I don't know. I probably, no, I don't think so. So he's now going to go out. He could quit golf now. Just hang the jacket up and go, that's it, done it. Thank you, bye-bye, I'm off. Good on you. I actually thought he would quit after the US Open last year. I've heard rumours that he was thinking about quitting. But I thought after the US Open last year, when he had the Bryson situation, I thought it was 2 putts, you know, he threw that. He completely threw that. And any putt he missed this week as well, you notice it's the blade left open. Just come speak to me, Rory, I'll sort it out. But he, I don't know what I was going to say there. Yeah, I thought after the US Open he was going to quit. Because you saw him in that scorecard room, it was the markers room, and the hat was down. Bryson's won it, and he's like, I thought, God, we might never see him again. Credit to the guy, goes out and works harder, works harder, works harder, works harder, works even harder than working harder. Comes back, starts the year winning at Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Wins the Players, that's a major. USPGA or the Players, what's the best? Got to be the Players, eh? But I understand why the USPGA is a major, because of PGA professionals like myself in America, and that's all that carry on, which is great. And then wins the Masters, and now he's won it. What does he quit? Just go, that's me, done. I'm out, I'm off. Or, there's loads of questions coming in here. I'll get to all this. I'll scroll back down. I want my Rory rant first. Or, because he's now playing on house money, as he calls it, house money, does he just go wild? Does he just go, I have no pressure at all now, I can just tee it up, and if I'm 3 off the tee, who cares? With that freedom and having zero association with the outcome, which is what he'll be playing golf like now, he could start a second career of major run. Like, I mean, this could be the start of a new major career. I think Faldo said that. He could start playing again or continue playing and win another 4 or 5 majors a decade after his first 4 majors. That would be amazing. I don't see why not. There's no pressure on it. I don't see Scheffler's good, but I honestly think Rory's better. You look at the guys on Live Tour. John Rahm's fallen off the planet. John Rahm took $500 million. $500 million. Why wouldn't you? Pretty much a week or so before it was announced that Liv and PGA would get back together at some point. So he's thought, I'll cash in now. A year's time, I'm back on PGA Tour. All good. It's not quite happened that way for him. So it's like, no wonder he's like off the planet. He's playing different courses. He's playing 3 rounds. He was the hottest thing in golf. Went to Liv, done nothing. I don't think there's anyone that can rival Rory. Really, Scheffler, yeah. But when Rory's on his game, unbeatable. And I think he will continue. I think he'll go on for the next 5 years and win at least another 4 or 5 majors. That's my thing. That's what I think. But it was just amazing to see on Sunday night. Oh, I never even saw it. Let's see what's going on here. So, I keep looking at Terrence's first eagle. Well done, Terrence. I think that's brilliant. Just scroll up here. Jeff, nerve-wracking, exciting, finally good for Rory. Some brilliant wedge shots to show. Absolutely. I was going to talk about his wedge on the 13th, but the wedge. So 13th, the wedge. So he openly said that he had on a slight upslope, and when he's that distance with a wedge on a slight upslope, he misses the ball left. He misses the pin left all the time. Now I'm thinking like that's just go straight at the flag, then miss it left, it's going to break back down. But he's decided, I'm that confident, I'm going to aim a couple of yards to the right, and just left it open a touch and missed it, and obviously went in the water. But he was obviously that calm and that relaxed, going, I normally miss this 6 feet left of the pin because I'm on a slight upslope. Let's just play my shot. Didn't happen. Crazy. Anyway, you had your first spec check. So Richard Howlett, hi Richard, we're talking about first things you've done in golf this week. We've had an eagle, magic. Had your first spec check yesterday with my new PXG irons. The gaps were good, but a shocking lack of distance. Seriously need to work on length. I don't know how you add length. I mean, look at, you just get more flexible, just the more you can move your body. Don't know. Interesting. So your PXG, I don't know much about PXG irons. Stronger lofted, less lofted, don't know. When I coach, the only way I can find, I get people more distance when I coach them by marrying up face to path. When there's a discrepancy between the face and the path. So when this face is open to a path, distance is lost big time. A lot of distance is lost when the face is open to the path. If you can get a good coach that can explain it or work out basically a tennis forehand, a closing racket with an into-out path is going to get you more distance. Just even thinking about that. But then if you've gone for a gapping session with your new PXG irons, the gaps were good, which is good, but a shocking lack of distance. I assume the lack of distance is in comparison to your old irons. Richard, you'll need to look into that. You can't have that. PXG should be all over that though when you're getting there, you're gapping. Ricky, how you doing? Struggling with hitting long irons. When I do catch it, okay, it flares right and low and right. I'm all right with long irons. I'm okay. What I do with my long irons is I don't try and compress them. It's a lot of interesting. Tiger talked about taking no divots. I definitely try and not compress. Guys, while you're on this, go and click a thumbs up. Let's get that up. The more that gets up, the more it gets shared around YouTube, the more people join in. Long irons, I try and take them clean. So I try and not take a divot. I'm not taking a divot down until about 7, 8 iron, probably 8 iron. And again, still not trying to take a huge divot. And it's improved my game big time. I feel as though launch is up. And I've got TrackMan when I coach, excuse me, and I look at low point a lot, angle of attack a lot, and I'm like, I get obsessed with it. I'm like, oh, God, all these numbers, stop that. And then I start pinging them, having listened to Tiger like 2 years ago, and the longer irons, try to do it with no compression. Fortunately for me, the way I do deliver into the golf ball, when I feel as I've got no compression, I still compress it a touch. But if I try and compress it, it's like, so struggling with long irons, I just suggest try and pick them a little bit. Try and take them clean. Oh, clubs just fall. Try and take them clean rather than compressing or getting in there. Where are we now? Sternum over the ball, Ricky. That's Ian Cockins saying that, stand a bit taller. Yeah, absolutely. Rory's going to win another 3 or 4 majors. I know that. We all know that. Jeff Fine Silver, your drives were straighter and longer than ever, and attribute that to my most excellent instruction videos. Thank you. Well, love it. Brian Pound, Brian Pound, what a great name. Brian Pound. Brian, hi, welcome. Rory will go wild, fantastic player, absolutely will. He absolutely will. Ian, you're right, all the live players are struggling. Whitman FT, whoever you are, what's up? You're welcome, Richard. Hope that's helped. You long irons. Okay. Wave Rider, any advice on missing putts right? Getting older seems always to make the eyes work different. Interesting. So missing the putts to the right. Ball position for a start. If your ball position is too far back, your path could be too far from the inside, pushing the ball out to the right. But generally, your ball position, the start line of your putt is going to be. Do I have a putter in here? No. The start line of your putt comes where the face aims. And that's the same with ball flight as well. So in TrackMan, if you're hitting a shot and your face is aiming left of target, even though you swing left, which curves it to the right, your ball will start left because of the face aim. 90%, roughly 90% of your initial ball flight, not putt, flight will start where the face aims. But putt, I think, is very similar, having used TrackMan. Good way to do. I've got a putter head. Look at that. That paperweight. I used to have that in the pro shop. Somebody came in with a putter that snapped and left it in the bin. And I took it out of the bin. Line yourself up on the green. Okay, so line yourself up on the green. What can you use? Put your ball on the green. Line yourself up with the hole. Then take your phone. I don't have my phone because I'm speaking into it right now. Take your PGA belt clip for being a member of the PGA. Hold your putter on line with intended target. Get somebody to place this down on the blade of your putter. So use your phone, take your putter away, and then look to see where this is aiming. That's a great way. It's a great way to see where the face of your putter is in relation to your start line. So that's very, very important. I actually, my putter, you're right. So I've used, I don't know if I should mention this. There's a ball marker company who I've been chatting with, and they gave me this ball marker, and it's highlighted to me that at address my face is open all the time, because this ball marker makes sure your putter face is on line 100% of the time, assuming you've chosen the line correctly. Thumbs up, come on, keep going. And it highlighted to me that when I putt at address position, every time I look down, once I've lined myself up with this new ball marker, and I put my putter behind, it's always sitting close to me. It's always pointing left of my intended target, but it's not. And I now hole a lot more putts because of this, but it looks as though it points left to me. It looks as though as I look down on the putt, it looks to me as though it's pointing too far to the left. Then I play the shot, trust it, and it happens. So the eyes can distort that. You're absolutely right. Who was that Wave Rider? He said there, Also make your eyes work differently. Any advice on missing putts, right? The eyes work differently, yeah. You can use also your cap. You look at like Jordan Spieth. So when Spieth's going to hit a draw, right, hold on. Eyes notifications. When Spieth's going to hit a draw, you'll see his address position, but he turns his head. He turns his head this way, slightly. Okay, he's going to hit a draw, he turns his head this way, so down the line that would look like there is square, he turns it that way. Now his eye line there has moved like so. So his eye line is now to the right of his intended target, and he's going to swing along his eye line. Amazing, eh? So, so with putts you can do that as well. So you use the brim of your cap to check where you are in relation to your intended line. Put a cane down, ball down, putter, does that, the cap, does that match up with the cane and your putter alignment, and go from there. That was quite long-winded. Wave Rider, you're welcome. Been trying your Eureka swing, Whitman FT, been trying your Eureka swing, hitting the ball pretty solid, but it's hard for me to get the alignment located. Any suggestions? Absolutely. So I think it's, so when you're on the golf course and you don't put your Eureka alignment canes down because you're playing competition, if you pick, how do you word this without showing, without demonstrating? So you look at your ball to target line, so you go behind your ball. So I'm here, ball's there, target's up there, and pick something like 3 feet on your line. So that's your spot. So it's spot aiming basically. So you pick something 3 feet in front of you. Excuse me. Take your dress position, round, take your dress position. You can visually see that straight line 3 feet from your club face to your target, a perfectly straight line. Now your feet need to be open to that, and then you swing out to the right of that intended spot. That's a good way of doing it. So just open yourself to that imaginary straight line, and then swing away from your feet line, so you're now swinging outside that dot that's 3 feet away. You're just enough to get to the right of that and let it come back in. More thumbs up, please. That'd be great. I hope that's here. It's hard to explain that one. There is video on my YouTube channel. If you type in, let me just check what this is called. Yeah, so if you go on and type in Eureka Golf Swing Alignment, no canes on course. Eureka Golf Swing Alignment, that'll do it. Eureka Golf Swing Alignment, and it's also called No Canes on Course. So that will allow you. That was published on the 27th of January 22. You're welcome. Jim Angelo, number 1. Hi. Let me just keep going up there. Whitman. Great. Any other questions? Just fire them out. I was going to talk. So we talked about Rory Masters. But I'm going to talk about. We had a Masters sale on. Loft and Lie golf glove Masters sale, and the latest copy of Bunkered magazine, which ironically has Justin Rose on the front, talking about how he feels as though he can still win majors. This came out before the Masters, but the latest one, summer gloving. Look at that, Loft and Lie. We're in there. We're in there beside TaylorMade, FootJoy. All the big guys are in there, and it says here about Loft and Lie. It says, where's my glasses? It says Loft and Lie, a new contender, world-class leather, a new contender in this space that is making major waves. Loft and Lie makes 3 gloves with the world-class leather option, the prime choice for summer. Pure leather that offers exceptional feel. I'll take that. That's brilliant. Absolutely delighted with that. It's really, really good. So we had a Masters sale and it was really good. We had a sale for the whole week. There was a discount of 15% off, and there's currently 40 people on here live right now. Masters 15 is the code at loftandlie.co.uk. If you go on there now, that code is available till the end of the week. Where are we? Thursday. That's available till Sunday night. The sale officially finished on Sunday. It's been no more advertising about it, but I've just kept the code live, so maybe it's up to you if you want to be a part of that. Thoroughly recommend it. The feedback's been great. The 5-star reviews, some guys are saying that world-class leather one there is better. I keep saying I shouldn't say this, but I'm just going to say it. Better than a Titleist player's glove. That's brilliant. Okay. Golf holiday coaching trip. Remind me to talk about that. Let me just go back up here. Ian Cochran, Steve, when I'm practicing EUREKA on the course, I struggle with ball position. Yeah. General rule of thumb for EUREKA golf swing, Ian, is the ball position one position back from a traditional ball position. There you go. It's a good way of doing it. Just if you take a traditional ball position, move it one position back, it's going to help with an in-to-out path. So the ball further back, you're going to swing, think about it earlier on the arcs, you're going to be more into-out. So it's one position further back than your traditional ball position. Okay, Wave Rider, you had a pro saying about fairway bunkers and compressing the ball out, hitting down rather than up seems to work well for me. Any thoughts? Absolutely. You can do either way. It depends on like the lip. You know, it's whereabouts in the fairway bunker are you? If I'm close to the lip, I might pick it a little bit more. There's times I hit down to get it up, but when you hit down to get it up, your angle of attack's, your launch angle is going to be slightly lower. The main thing for me with fairway bunkers is keeping the feet still, feet and head still. There's a chance it's going to go left because the body's not moving as much because my feet are more still. So I aim to the right and I try and pick it. So if I've got a 5-iron from a fairway bunker, I'm trying to take that as clean as possible with probably zero compression. Then an 8-iron, I might try and get a little bit of compression ball first with the ball further back, but still aiming to the right. But I think I generally try and pick it more than I do compress it. But there's no right or wrong there. Golf, there's no right or wrong. Golf is weird, eh? There's nothing uniform in golf. Like you've got one course and there's a disc that says 150 yards to the middle of the green. You've got the next course, a disc that's 150 to the front. Next course, a post at the side of the fairway, 150 to the middle. Like, there's nothing uniform. A regular shaft in Fujikura compared to a regular Grafaloy shaft, completely different. It's crazy. But when it comes to the golf swing, there's fundamentals to adhere to. Of course, grip, posture, alignment, things like that. That's obviously very, very important. But the actual act of how you play it, how you do it, there's no right or wrong there. Look at Bryson compared to Woosnam. Both won majors, you know. Ian, yes, there's small gloves in everything. But the whole lot's there. Every size, every type. We've got our mesh, world-class leather, premium mesh, rain pair, and glove sleeves are getting a little bit low. The leather glove sleeve, it's been a popular seller, a lot better than we expected. Barry Chapman, how are you, Barry, man? Do you have any tips on maintaining same tempo through a round? Try not to speed up or being influenced by playing partner's tempo. Your playing partners, just tell them where to go. You're entitled to your 45 seconds on the ball, regardless if you play off 40 or if you play off +3. You've all got the same amount of time over the ball. Bryson DeChambeau was pulled up Barry way back in the day for being classed as a slow player. He's not a slow player, he just hit it further. So he was the last to play, so it looked like he was the guy taking forever. Not the case at all. But maintaining your same tempo through a round. So try not to speed up or be influenced by playing partners. Okay, so I take it tempo as in, not as in the speed you walk around the golf course because your playing partners are faster, but tempo as in your swing speed or your rhythm. I do. I don't know, we might have talked about this actually, Barry. Ernie Els, what a guy, what a player. Ernie Els worked on the range, very technically. You know, it's very much in an environment where you should be technical, an environment where you should be clinical in what you're doing and working on technique and so on. Okay, so you're in the training environment. And on the golf course, it's like, I don't have time to think about all that. I don't have time to think about ball position, blah, 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 blah. So he thought about something completely different, something that didn't think about technique, because on the range, when you're thinking about technique, you can try something, you're trying something, and then you pull another one over and try again, try again. On the course, you've only got one. So it's like, how to stop thinking about technique and just actually go and play golf. Just go away and play golf. I don't need all these technical thoughts on the golf course. I want to play golf and enjoy it like a child. So Ernie Els thought about something completely different from golf to ensure that the technique transferred over onto the golf course from that clinical environment. And that thing he thought about, which is non-golf related, was strawberry mousse. That was hard work. Strawberry mousse. So he would think about strawberry mousse, nice strawberry mousse, like, as in chocolate mousse, strawberry mousse, as in dessert that you eat. And it would be his rhythm. So he would be strawberry mousse. And that's Ernie Els. He was completely like that, strawberry mousse. So it was more of a rhythm thing, but it wasn't like, there was no technical rhythm going, you know, there was no metronome or anything going on. It was very much like, if I just think of something completely different, all of a sudden, if I've got my rhythm, I'm able to put my technique into play. That makes it all fall into place. So that's what worked for him, was thinking about something completely away from the golf with a golf mindset, and then he was able to keep his tempo for the whole game. I hope that's helped, Barry. I hope you're well. You're at Archerfield today, or Dunbar. Jim, how you doing? The instruction that you gave regarding the driver has proved invaluable. I address 5 inches behind the ball and pick a spot 5 inches beyond. I'm off 9.6 and I've never driven the ball so well. The addressing the ball is clever. It's clever. Addressing the ball 5 inches behind the ball with your driver. So I mean, I was like 12 inches behind the ball. Put my driver head effectively as the ball, my driver head effectively 12 inches behind the golf ball, then start my backswing, hit ball. So that would do two things that would really do for me, and I assume everyone else. But it's hard. I mean, when you make YouTube videos, does it help everyone else? I'm just explaining what it does for me. You know, it's like Faldo's books worded golf. Was it Faldo? Jack Nicklaus. His books worded golf my way. I think it's Jack Nicklaus, golf my way. And you read that and go, well, you must do this because Jack says he does it to do this, and you must do that because Jack says you have to do that. Jack doesn't say you have to do that. Jack says, this is what I'm doing. This is what I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. And we go, oh, we must do that. Well, I'm not Jack, so I'm not doing that. But it's good to hear what he does. So when I make the YouTube content, it's like that as well. So the driver for me, with the driver head 12 inches behind the golf ball, it encourages a more into out path. It starts me off, it starts my shoulder, I've already started my shoulder turn, because I've not just put the club behind, I've moved my shoulders to get there. So I've started the backswing, I've started the torso turn. So it's encouraging rotation. It encourages an into out path, because the club path, I'm trying to effectively go back to where the club head started. Then of course I get through that position, and my angle attack is more positive, so I hit more up on it. So it encourages an into out path, more body rotation, and a positive angle of attack for driver. Jim, well done. You also said you pick a spot 5 inches beyond the ball, so you're trying to hold that face square for longer. I think, yeah, I did a video on that as well. How many videos are on the channel now? 1,300. I'll go back over that one, Jim. Ian, you've probably had your ball position too far forward. Barry, yes, so it was swing speed rather than pace. So yeah, absolutely. So that's, hopefully I've answered that question with the strawberry mousse tempo. I'm just going to go back. Anybody else done anything for the first time this week? Terence got his first ever eagle. Terence got his first eagle. Sorry, I'm just scrolling through. I look weird when I'm doing this, but I'll just see if there's any more questions to come in. So thinking about doing a golf trip. I had that written down in my notes. I was thinking about doing a golf trip. Last year, I did a 2-day clinic here in Peebles at Cardrona Golf Club, and it was good. There was 8 guys. 9 guys, 3 3-balls, and we did everybody got individual instruction on TrackMan. For myself, I had somebody come in, Fraser Mann, PGA professional, who's played European Tour and played in the Open Champion. I was going to say, played in the Open Championship. He's the World Hickory Champion, short game coach to Woozy and some other guys. He came in to do a short game clinic. Noel Flannery, sports psychologist, he came in to do some psychology work on the course, which was great. And I had young Jamie Allen came as well and played a few holes with guys while I was doing the individual instruction. So everyone got that, and the individual instruction, and we played a few holes as well. We did TrackMan putting as well. So we rammed as much as we could in 2 days. We had meals in the restaurant, and everyone stayed in the hotel. It was great, and it was brilliant. It was a good time. Everybody seemed to enjoy it. I work on my own, so it was a lot of organisation for that. Behind the scenes, a lot went on, which was pretty cool. And it was good, and there's a blueprint there to do it again. So I'm thinking, should I do it again? I need a venue that's covered for the instruction, because we were fortunate we had good weather at Cardrona. The range is decent, but it's not covered. The first morning actually did rain, so we went up to Peebles into the teaching bay where I'm at, which took up half a day. It was a bit clunky, but it worked. It seemed to work okay. So I need a venue that's not going to charge you guys an absolute fortune, that's covered, that's class, it's a quality venue. Or do we go abroad? Do we do something in Portugal or Egypt or Turkey or something, create some golf trip where it's more of a, there'll be instruction, but make it more of a sort of Ryder Cup thing. So there's just like, even just like two teams of 4. So there's 8 guys plus myself. We go for instruction in the morning, play around the golf, same the next day, excuse me, have a big meal, go home. Would you be interested in that? It'd be interesting to know that. I think it would work. I know of other pros who've done it, been pretty successful with that. The Cardrona thing's obviously easier because it's at home and we're all closer here. Maybe we're not. But the thing is, a friend of mine who's done it in Egypt, a golf professional, it was people from all over the world. So it was a case of, here's the situation, here's what you pay, I'll see you in Egypt. And everyone just met in Egypt. It was brilliant, absolutely fantastic. So that's a possibility. I need to know if that's something that would work or not. Please let me know. Message me on Instagram or even message me. There was a post, I put a post on YouTube, which was like a little picture of me talking about being live today, which some of you probably seen. If you comment on that saying yes golf trip, yes golf trip, yes golf trip, or no golf trip, or your thoughts on that, that'd be excellent. Here we go. Who's in here now? Vince Waring. I've improved his golf gym. That's good. David Aitchison. Hi Steve, just back from my lesson this morning. Roadworks dreadful, to be polite. So David was drove through from Glasgow to Peebles today for his golf lesson with me. Another great lesson this morning. Always like to give you a challenge. You certainly do, David. I did really well. David did fantastic. He was he's a EUREKA Golf Swing ambassador, I'd like to think. And David's lesson today was this is, a lot of people be interested in this actually. David's path was out to in. I hope you don't mind me talking about this, David. I'm sure you don't. So this gentleman's path was out to in by about 10 degrees out to in. And of course, EUREKA's trying to get this into out path. And David's got the EUREKA golf swing, but was just holding on too tight. So at the top of his swing, a lot of people do this, they come over the top. So get into the top of the golf swing, up the top, and then from there there's this action instead of that action. So the club was coming out and slightly over the top. And do you know what it came down to? I'm sure David won't mind me saying this. It came down to, we created freedom and flow, which is an important thing to talk about. Freedom and flow within the golf swing, rather than a white knuckle ride, rather than getting the club and pulling it tight. And I explained that PGA Tour players, or tour players in general, when they're gripping the club the lightest during the swing, it's in transition. So the club comes up and then they grip at lightest points now, and then come back down and probably grip it a little bit tighter coming into impact. If you get to the top and grip tighter, you're going to go out and pull down. You're going to cut across that golf ball. So we talked about that. We talked about freedom and flow and understanding how the golf swing's three-dimensional. The club goes downwards, forwards, and out towards the golf ball. And it's the out towards the golf ball. If you grip tight from the top, white knuckle ride, you can't go out towards the golf ball. You come out and pull in, cut across it. So today David did really well. Freedom, flow, lighter grip pressure to allow the club to get thrown out towards the golf ball in a throw-out action. Because the club centripetal force wants to pull that object away from the centre of rotation being the golf, being your body. The object that's getting swung away from the centre of rotation is the club head. It has to get away out. You can't swing back in the way and cut across, let it go. David did brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So his path from 10 left, wait for this, went to an average 2.2 into out. This was an 8 iron, went 2.2 into out, and he hit like 12 to 14 shots in a row, path into out. Hadn't hit a swing into out for quite a while, David. Yeah, I'm not, certainly all day with the session, possibly before he came to see me. But I mean, the first half hour I had never swung into out at all. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Oh, we've got a chat going on here between Jim and Mr. Waring. Steve has made my golf much more enjoyable via his Eureka program, top man. You're very welcome. That's brilliant. That's good. Guys are chatting between each other on this. And David, I'm glad you got home okay. So we've talked about Rory McIlroy. If you're late to the party, this video I can save this and put it onto the YouTube channel. So I did that with the last one. It's pretty good, a couple of thousand views on it. People seem to like it. People were commenting that they never knew when this was coming, so the last one wasn't coming, it just happened. I just hit live and we chatted. So today I've done the same thing, but I told people I'd be here at 3 o'clock to do this, and that's what I'll do going forward. But the comments on the last one were great. People wished they knew that I was doing it. So today we've I don't know, I can't tell on this how many people have been on and off. There's 40 people on exactly right now, but there might have been 100 different people because you come and go. So I can only tell after the video, which is a little bit clunky from YouTube. We need to fix that out, sort that right out. There's a few things YouTube need to sort out. Hit the thumbs up button. The more people hit the thumbs up button, the more it gets shared around, and that works on once the video is uploaded as well, so that is getting a little bit more recognised. So just now we've got 22 thumbs up, and I'm going to sit here for 30 seconds and say nothing until we get to 30. Okay. Oh, nearly. nearly getting there. So we talked about Rory McIlroy, we talked about golf trip, we talked about Loft and Lie as well. Anything else within your golf swings? Anybody anything they need to talk about? The putting thing was good, talking about how to line your putter up correctly, using your mobile phone. Honestly, you'll be blown away if you address a straight putt. Well, something with a bit of breaks. I don't know, any putt. 15 feet, you address that ball, then put your mobile phone down along the blade of your putter, take your putter away and go out behind and have a look down the line. You'll be surprised at how offline you actually are. Sorry. Jim's up for an overseas trip if organised. Excellent. I think that's a great model. If I let's say Turkey, for example, and I get 8 guys to go to Turkey. We just put a bit of chat out, pay your money, meet there on the date, boom, do our thing, fly home. So that way we're not organising flights, you're doing your own sort of bits and pieces. All you've got to do is get there. And I would organise everything else. I would organise the golf, organise catering, organise accommodation and everything. All you would have to do is get your flights to get there. Ian Cochran, have to go put my net up before I pick up this. Then practice my Eureka and order some small gloves. Yes, get a couple of small gloves. Get the whole thing. Get the all-weather pack. That way you're sorted. Andy Flannery's arrived, ladies and gentlemen. All 3 gloves, brilliant. The glove sleeve, obviously, as well. Get that involved. then you've got somewhere to place your gloves and look after them, obviously. But it's been great chat. It's been absolutely brilliant. Before I go, let's do another 5 minutes. If anybody's got any swing issues they want to talk about, that would be good. Andy Flannery, feel free to contact. I know you were practicing Eureka this morning. I saw you at the range. Thanks to the guys from America, Jim and Co. You guys are on a trip, I believe. Brilliant. A couple of guys were on from America. That's good. So you guys should come on the trip. You know, if we do the golf, the Turkey trip, the Bellic Bonanza, the Ryder Cup sort of format, and we get the coaching every morning, and then the golf, and so on. That's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of it. Ian, you'll let guys know about these little vlogs. I've got the sleeve just you've got the sleeve, excellent. Brilliant. Yeah, let people know. I'll try and do these. I'll try and do a live video at least once a fortnight, a couple of times a month. It might even be more than that. Depends if it gets real good traction. But it has been good so far. It's been really good so far. I think the instructional side of it's quite good. If you've got questions about your golf, it's like earlier on talking about the driver swing was a good one, talking about that 5 inches behind and 5 inches before where the club head is, and how that works with me, and how a YouTube video can be misinterpreted by me explaining what I'm experiencing as I'm creating the move or doing the move. Doesn't mean that you'll feel that. Just going back to the book, The Golf My Way by Jack Nicklaus, Golf My Way, that's how Jack Nicklaus plays his golf. Doesn't mean that's how you have to play golf. He's just explaining that's how he plays golf. And my videos are like that as well. So this is what I feel when I do this, and this is what it does for me. But I'm 6 foot, no hair, and stiff. You might be 5 foot with a lot of hair and be really flexible, so it might be a different sensation for you guys, or for the viewer. Mr. Warrington again, thanks for the session, Steve. Defo with a double F as well. Defo interested in overseas trip or a few days in Peebles area. Take care. That would be good. Ian Cochran plays at Lanark. Must pop to Peebles for a round. I had somebody from Lanark for a golf lesson today. A member at Lanark. Should I name him? No, that'd be very unprofessional. But yeah, a member from Lanark was here for a golf lesson today. So somebody from Glasgow, somebody from Lanark, and Gifford. Somebody from Gifford. So East Lothian, Glasgow, and Lanarkshire. Jim's got to go. He tees off at 4 o'clock. You're very welcome, Jim. Enjoy your round. Play well. I'm going to go very shortly as well. We're done 50 minutes. That was a very quick 50 minutes. I have a phone call now with Dan Hendrickson. A lot of you might be aware of who Dan Hendrickson is. He might be watching this, but he phoned me this morning, so I'm going to phone him back. So now he knows if he's watching this. Thanks, Steve. Off to practice. Excellent, Barry. Where are you today, Barry? At Dunbar or Archerfield? Let me know. Easy to spot a Eureka player. It is easy to, you know, there's a difference between opening up. People ask when you're playing Eureka style, because your stance is open, why are you aiming left, right? And there's a difference between opening up your stance and aiming left. So important that. Just because you open up your stance doesn't mean you're aiming left, because your shoulders are square, you're swinging into out. You're not aiming left at all. You're just allowing room for the body to move correctly or get through the shot. The downswing starts from the feet up and with the hips open, and that torque between hips and shoulder turn allows that to happen much easier. Cal Scott, like the idea of both, however going abroad wouldn't be feasible for me. Okay, cool, Cal. Cool, Cal. Keep that in mind. Barry Archerfield, excellent, good man. Enjoy your practice. I'll see you soon. And everyone else as well, thank you very much. We got to 25 thumbs up. 25, eh? I thought we'd get to 30. Ooh, I thought we'd get to 30. I can't do it here. I'd love to just smash that button. Robert James, I'm glad you didn't give up. Give up what? YouTube? You're right. Thank you for all the help. What would you say has been the thing that's improved your efficiency in training the most? What would you say has been the thing that improved your efficiency in training? So, I don't play a huge amount of golf now. YouTube stuff, just go out and play 3 or 4 holes. I coach quite a bit. When I was younger, I played a lot of golf, practiced a lot of golf. I was coached by Jimmy Hugh McGillen, who's sadly passed away now. Jimmy taught me a way to practice, and I tell everyone that I coach how to practice, and it's from Jimmy Hume. And I would say it is the most efficient thing, and it is simple. If you've got 30 golf balls, Barry Chapman, that's on here, David Aitchison, that's on here, Andy Flannery, that's on here. People who've come for people who have come for instruction with me will know this story. If you've got 30 golf balls, let's say you're working on 7-iron, and you put your 30 balls, you hit a few wedges to warm up, okay? So you've got 50 balls, you've hit 10 wedges, warmed up, cool. Done your stretching. And you take your 30 golf balls, you play your first ball with the 7-iron. This is what you're doing. You're working on path. You're working on path. Okay, cool. Hit your 7-iron. Boom. You hook it. Right. Your next 2 shots have to be a wedge. So a 10-yard wedge and a 25-yard wedge, which are completely different shots than your 7-iron. One at a target over there, one at a target over here, then your 7-iron back to target. So now your 4th ball, so you've hit 7-iron and hooked it. You've had half wedge, half wedge. Next one's a 7-iron. Now you're going to be constructive with this 7-iron. Now the reason you do the 2 wedges after one shot is so you don't react to the hook. Because if I just pulled another 7-iron over after the hook, I'd have played some anti-hook shot. I'd have done something to stop me hooking, and then the feel-good fact would be, oh, I'm great now. I've just done something to not hook. So hit one shot, then 2 wedges. 1 shot, 2 wedges. 1 shot, 2 wedges. And then it's just like being on the golf course, you're not reacting to the bad shot you've hit. So it's much more constructive. You'll learn quicker. 3 things will happen. You'll learn quicker. You're simulating being on the golf course more realistically. And you'll be surprised at how sharp your wedge play gets. So out of those 30 balls, only 10 count. They're 10 7-irons. So you've hit 30 balls, 10 7-irons, 20 wedges, they'll improve, brilliant. But if you've hit 6 really good shots of the 7-iron, hit 6 really good 7-irons, then that's 60%. So today you'll go away from that little session, 60%, brilliant. So even if you've got 100 balls, make it that 30, not too far in, don't make it your last 30, but make that 30 quite early on, and that's the practice, and that's what you take away. And then hit the rest of your balls. But I don't like to, if I've got 100 balls and I'm hitting the ball well on ball 30, ball 25 up to ball 51, and I'm really on it, I'll stop. Just hit a few wedges, just leave the rest. It's been a great practice session. Because if I continue doing that for another 30 balls or so, and performance dips, I get tired, I get hungry, I get bored, I get annoyed. I'll walk away thinking that was rubbish. What an absolutely shit session. But it wasn't. It was very good. But I'd just taken it too far. That's the best thing I would say to improve efficiency in training. And that came from Jimmy Hume at Gullen. Awesome. This has been good. This has been good. Robert, James, you're very welcome. Thank you very much. I'm going to go now. Remember, loftandlie.co.uk. Boom. Just happens to be lying there. Masters 15 is the Masters 15. Someone's flashed on my screen there saying Loft and Lie glove on the course today was amazing. That was Andy Flannery, brilliant. At the right time. Masters 15, if you go on loftandlie.co.uk, use the code Masters 15. That is secretly between you guys and us, everyone that's on this video, until next Sunday. I just kept it going because I knew I was going to be doing this. Live from Trinidad, Shane's, wow, somebody from Trinidad. Shaniz Khan, hello, nice to meet you. You've come in really late. I'm just finishing. I'm going to go now. We've done 54 minutes and 13 seconds. We've got 28 thumbs up. I just need 2 more. You're welcome, Jeff. Thank you. I want to get to 30 likes. Come on. No, not happening. Nearly. Right, guys, I'm going to go. I will see you. My next video comes on Monday. 29 likes. Next video comes up on Monday, which is about, let me tell you, it is about content. Here we go. Oh, golf shot game explained. Fix your game forever. That's on Monday. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.